Calgary real estate market has shifted, and the next 6 months could be a huge turning point. Whether you're buying, selling, or just keeping an eye on things, what's happening right now might actually surprise you. We're halfway through 2025, which makes this the perfect time to check in on what's happening in Calgary's housing market. I'm going to go over current prices, inventory, competition levels, and what it all means for you, whether you're a buyer, a seller, or an investor. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where the market stands and how to position yourself for the rest of the year. So let's start with the numbers. As of July 2025, the benchmark price for a detached home in Calgary is $717,100, which is down about 0.6% from last month, but still up 7.2% compared to July of 2024. Semi-detached homes are sitting at $635,600, and that's a 0.9% drop from June, but still 6.6% higher than last year. Now let's move on to row homes. Those have a benchmark of $438,100, essentially flat month over month and 5.6% higher year over year. That leaves us to apartments, which are at $337,500, which is unchanged from June and up 7.8% compared to this time last year. The sales to new listings ratio citywide is 56%, which puts us in a balanced market territory. We have about 3.3 months of supply right now, and that's more inventory than we've seen in a while, which is helping take some of the heat out of prices. For buyers, interest rates are still sitting at 4.25% after the Bank of Canada's most recent announcement in July, where they held steady to continue cooling inflation. So that means affordability hasn't improved dramatically yet, but more inventory on the market is giving buyers a bit more choice. The hottest price points right now are the $500,000 to $700,000 detached homes in the family-friendly suburbs like Mahogany, Cranston, and Evanston. These are still seeing strong interest, sometimes multiple offers if the home shows well. So if you want a bit more negotiation room, look at older apartments or row homes in established communities. Competition is definitely going to be lighter there, and sellers can be more open to offers. Now let's shift to the selling side. The average days on market in July was 31 days compared to 26 days a year ago. So while homes are still moving, they're taking a little longer to sell than during the peak frenzy. The fastest moving properties are staged, priced right at market value, and located near good schools or major amenities. Detached homes under $700,000 and updated row homes under $450,000 are moving the quickest for sure. This is why pricing strategy is key. Overpricing can cause your listing to sit in this more balanced market. Homes that launch with professional photos, video tours, and strong marketing still generate multiple offers in certain segments. So let's take a look at the big picture here. Here's what's shaping our market. The Bank of Canada holding rates at 4.25% is keeping borrowing costs steady. Alberta's job market remains strong, particularly in energy, tech, and logistics, which continues to fuel demand. And we're still seeing net in-migration from Ontario and BC as buyers look for more space and better affordability. So looking ahead to the rest of 2025, with more inventory on the market and balanced conditions, most experts, including the latest CREB forecast, expect slower price growth in the second half of the year, with some segments potentially holding flat. Now, if you're a buyer, this is your time to get pre-approved, lock in your rate, and be ready to move quickly on great property. For sellers, price strategically and make sure your home is move-in ready to stand out. Remember, the citywide stats are just the big picture. Your specific neighborhood and property type will have its own micro market, and that's where your strategy really matters. If you're wondering how these mid-year trends affect your next move, I'd be more than happy to help you make sense of it all. I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. Buyers, sellers, relocation clients. and I'd be glad to help you too. You can call or feel free to text at 403-993-5882, or feel free to connect with me using any of the links in the video description below. Let's talk about your plans and figure out the right strategy for you.